All right, guys, we are back with our last set of the night. It is ATX VGC Monday Night Friendlies roller coaster as always. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm excited. It's been a fun night so far. There's been a lot of really exciting matchups, and in this one we have one featured Turtle Mania versus Scarlet Skill.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. One, because Turtle Mania has challenged me for next week, so I get to do some free scouting. And two, I just like commentating Pokemon.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. So I'll go ahead and read off Turtle Mania's team. They have Galarian Moltres. We're going to see another Regirock for the night. Incineroar, Tapu Koko, Rillaboom, and Urshifu.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I like Tapu Koko a lot. It's I think it's a solid niche pick. Obviously, if you want the better electric damager and repositioner, Regirock is the choice, but I do think that Koko still has a place.
Absolutely.
And then Scarlet Skill has Celesteela, Rotom Heat, Garchomp, Neoligo, Specterior, and Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, so we're going to see another Garchomp tonight. We're going to see another Spectrier. We're going to see some more Celesteal action, some Grimmsnarl. If I didn't already say it, if I said it a second time, it's because I meant to, and I love Grimmsnarl, and I'm here for it.
So would you say that this is probably more of an offensive or a defensive Celesteela?
This is probably more defensive considering we're seeing some pretty aggressive counterparts to it.
All right. So we're going to see the leads come out from both players. We got Grimmsnarl, Specterior on one end, and on the other end we have Moltres and Incineroar.
All right, very cool. So we're going to see our players' first turns here in a little bit, but I'm guessing this is probably going to be Screen's Grimmsnarl as well. What do you think there, Roller Coaster? Is that what you're predicting as well?
I would definitely say that this is Screen's Grimmsnarl, probably with also Spirit Break and Fake Tears, because there's a lot of special attackers on Scarlet Skill's teams. So you probably want to set up a screen. I don't normally you'd want to max the Specterior, but in the face of two dark types, I don't know if that's such a good idea, especially when Incineroar could just go for a fake out. And like honestly, Turtle could go for a nasty plot if they wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. And turn one here, we actually are just going to see the Grimmsnarl get pulled right off the field, and it is going to be the Nihilego getting switched in, and that's a shiny Nihilego as well. So our trainers tonight have really prepped with their shinies tonight, so pretty cool. And we do see the Dynamax here coming from Turtle Mania. It is going to be the Galarian Moltres just going ahead and turn oneing it up, if you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. Okay, sweet. There we go. Sorry, my computer was dying. I was really worried.
It's all good. We do actually just see the fake out come from the Incineroar, targeting down that Grimmsnarl that was switched out into the Nihilego, and it is going to be just a Snarl from the Spectre here, doing some spread damage, a little bit of chip. We do see an Airstream come out from the Moltres, targeting down that Nihilego, and as we know, Nihilego is very specially defensive, bulky, so that does not do a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, so it looks like this is actually not an offensive Specterior, but like do you tend to see either the offensive one with Life Orbs and Spell Tags, running Shadow Ball, Hyper Beam, and Mudshot, and then the other is the supportive ones, which are Focus Sash with Snarl, maybe still Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, and Taunt.
Oh, wow, and our players have selected their moves really fast here. It's actually going to be a Max Darkness coming from this Galarian Moltres into the Spectrier. It does hang on with the Focus Sash, so that's good information going forward.
Yeah, the more supportive Specterior set.
And we did see the Life Orb from Moltres as well. We probably saw it last time around, but I actually missed that. We do see the Snarl come back again. And it is going to be a Meteor Beam coming from this Nihilego. Let's see who it's targeting down.
Yeah, I mean, we have like two pretty easy Meteor Beam targets right here. You could like just set yourself up and take out the Incineroar and then max and then go for the Moltres. Incineroar dodge, though.
Wow, and we are going to see the Parting Shot going into the Nihilego. Honestly, the most disappointing thing about the miss there isn't necessarily the miss. I would say that the most disappointing thing about that would be using the Mental Herb there.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It's kind of stupid the Meteor Beam has a chance to miss, but that's a really, really crucial miss because now that would have just been a KO onto the Incineroar. Neoligo didn't have any drops, and then you have the option to max and take out the Moltres. Now Eternal Mania is really threatening just like an Airstream to finish off the Specteria and a Wicked Blow to do insane damage to the Neoligo.
Yeah, so that being said, the Spectre actually gets switched out, this time for the Grimmsnarl. We do see the shine again, and something to be noted, those Scarlet Skills Pokemon were at -2 Spadef that time, so switching out is not a terrible idea, as we do see the Nihilego come out for the Garchomp, and another Max Airstream coming out from this Moltres, this time targeting down what is now the Grimmsnarl.
Yeah. I'd still say like the unfortunate thing is that Scarlet didn't really have a great switching into Surging Strikes, which is going into this Garchomp, it looks like. On the plus side, if it is Ruskin, which it most likely is, it'll break the Focus Sash, but Garchomp is still going to take a lot of damage, and with a speed boost on Urshifu, it's going to be able to do put in a lot of work to the entirety of Scarlet's team.
Yeah, and that Surging Strikes hitting 3 different times, that Rough Skin does pretty good chip damage there. I mean, I wouldn't even call that chip damage at that point. It's almost down to 50%. It's pretty close. It's like Garchomp got to attack and it got switched in this turn.
Yeah, so the Moltres is at -2, but it's still Life Orb. Garchomp's like pretty specially bulky, so you probably don't need to set up a light screen. I think that like Scarlet's probably gonna want to like reposition the Garchomp, maybe sack the Specterior and set up and go for a Spirit Break into the Urshifu, hoping to get the KO on it, because they really need to get rid of this Urshifu.
Yeah, and we are going to see just another swap. This time it's going to be the Garchomp going in for the 1 HP Spectrier from Scarlet, and it is Turtle Mania this time, trying to get that special attack stat back and boosted back to neutral. So yeah. Urshifu does go for these Surging Strikes. It was targeting down that Garchomp there, but it is just going to take out the Spectre and remove it from play this time around.
And then it was in fact Spirit Break, trying to pick up the KO on this Urshifu. If it doesn't KO, ew, God, that's a very, very crucial miss on a KO, because I think even if Garchomp maxes, it's in range of a Surging. It might survive, but it'll be really, really low, and I don't think it could take a Surging Strikes and a Fiery Wrath. Neoligo has horrible defensive stats, so unless it's like max HP and max defense and bold, I think even if it maxes, it'll lose to the Surging Strikes. It's going to be really rough. On the plus side, if Urshifu does target the Garchomp, it'll just KO itself to the Rough Skin. Oh wait, and does Rough Skin trigger for each individual hit? Because then that's not that bad, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we saw in that last turn when the Garchomp switched in. It's doing a lot of damage there to the Urshifu.
Yeah. You may even want to go for like a Fiery Rat, try to pick up the KO onto the Garchomp and just like go for the Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, so the Grimmsnarl is just going to go ahead and set up the light screen here, as Moltres at +2 speed is going to go next. And that actually looks like it might have been enough to take out that Garchomp with the Fiery Wrath, and it was not. So Close Combat does come in and cleans that up, as we did also see some chip damage come in from the Fiery Wrath into the Garchomp, or into the Grimmsnarl, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was just kind of a KO into that slot. Like, no matter what you did, you can't protect your Urshifu. Like, you would have had to have gone for a Max Guard, and I really don't know how beneficial that is to you. On the plus side, Neoligo can come in now, and it should be able to put in, like, a decent amount of work on the team. Like, it should be able to one-shot the Moltres. It should be able to one-shot the Incineroar, get those Beast Boosts. Regirock has really great physical defense, and it doesn't have bad special defense, but it's better to be trying to take it on with a special attacker than a physical one.
Yeah, it's got a pretty good HP stat too, and it looks like this one is at least a little bit invested, as it does have the 187 there. So it's kind of tough to say what this Nihilego will be doing to this Regirock.
Yeah.
And we are going to see a Dynamax come out, most likely going to be the Nihilego, unless you are me, in which case you could potentially be Dynamaxing the Grimmsnarl.
Go for those G-Max snooze turns, man. What do you got to lose?
Where are you at, Adam Santacos? Oh, man. We are going to see a Reflect come from the Grimmsnarl.
mm, Air Slash into the Grimmsnarl, probably wanting to turn this into a 1v3 as soon as you possibly can. Rockfall coming into Neoligo. Neoligo's crazy strong. This should just KO. It does. And this is going to be a beast boost. And yeah, I'd say like Scarlet's not completely out of this yet. Neoligo's going to take probably more damage than it wants to from anything that this Regirock goes for. Oh god, it has Stomping Tantrum. Yeah, I'm not so sure anymore. Okay. I believed there was a possibility, but I forgot that Regirock carries ground coverage. So now,
I don't know, Roller Coaster. How much? Never mind. I forget what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So like, Neoligo can KO the Incineroar here, which is great, but like, Grimmsnarl can't 1v1 a Regirock. I think you kind of have to go for like a misplay, like if because Turtle should just like double target the Neoligo and take it out, but if they don't, and maybe +1 Rockfall will be enough to KO the Regirock, and then you can just take out the Incineroar from there. Turtle maybe goes for a fake out, so this is a potential for Scarlet to get back in it.
Yeah, and it is just going to be a Rockfall that we see probably coming from that Meteor Beam. It does just target down the Regirock, and that does so much damage. That does just over 50%. Stomping Tantrum does come back again from the Regirock, targeting down that Neolego, and the Dynamax Neolego is going to be removed from play for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and Grimmsnarl can't really 1v2 anything, or can't 1v2 a lot of things, and I would say definitely can't 1v2 an Incineroar and a Regirock, so especially with how low it already is. So this is definitely going to be a win for Turtlemania. That yeah, the Urshifu with the speed boost just kind of like put in like too much work. Also, if anyone is having trouble fighting Urshifu water, Zordor has pointed out that Rocky Helmet Garchomp does 88% to Urshifu just from it hitting it with Surging Strike. So, you know, try that out.
Well, you know what, Roller Coaster? That's actually exactly what I want to see. Take some more action into this meta. I would love to see Garchomp take off a lot more.
I think Garchomp's such a cool Pokemon. It's got really cool, good bulk. Fevzi has been running a very cool Assault Vest set that he's been very successful with. It's really bulky. It's really strong. I think Colin actually got top 4 in the Joe UX9 tour with Swords Dance, Rock Slide, Stomping Tantrum Garchomp. I think that like Landorus is kind of like the ultimate ground type, but I think it looks like the Garchomp in a Dynamax format can still like do a lot still.
Yeah, I saw that.
Especially Dragon Pulse has been falling off a lot.
I saw that top four Garchomp set with the 2 attacks plus Swords Dance and Protect. And that's so cool. That is such a cool spread.
Yeah, it's a really cool Garchomp set. I like it a lot. Sometimes people, Zordor, you've been using Lumchomp, which is especially good for the Colossal teams that have been popping up a lot because their usual plan of action is to Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp.
Yeah, so I actually used Garchomp in my first team for Series 7, and that one was one of my Garchomps from back in 2017, and that was an Assault Vest. Actually, no Dragon Attack on that one, where it was like Fire Punch, or Fire Fang, I'm sorry, Stomping Tantrum, Rock Slide. And
I would love to play with Subchomp. That sounds sick.
That does sound sick, absolutely.
There's going to be a mix-up on leads from both ends. Turtle going with just leading with Regirock this time, and Incineroar probably going to go for like a fake out and a ground type move. No Grimmsnarl lead from Scarlet this time. It's just going to be the Neoligo and the Specterior, but we didn't see the full set. It could easily have something like a Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, that Neolego is just going to switch out immediately, and it is going to be into Celesteela, probably predicting that ground type attack. Pretty good bait there from Scarlet Skill. So
yeah,
some impressive stuff, as we are going to eventually, once this Dynamax interaction eventually ends, we will see a ground attack being targeted into the flying type.
Yeah, that if that's what's happening, that's a great switch. Nothing like canceling out an entire turn of someone's Dynamax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we do see the fake out come from the Insun, does a little bit of chip damage, and it is going to be a Will-O-Wisp this time coming from the Spectre, targeting down that Regirock. So the Regirock is now burned, and turn one of the Dynamax is now gone. So Scarlet coming up with a really good way to defend themselves from probably the only thing that can really stop this Nihilego from sweeping.
Yeah, that was a great play. I don't know if that's exactly the lead that Scarlet was expecting, but I think it turned out just like that. That's like the perfect turn one. You kind of get everything you want. You just take the only thing that Scarlet took was fake out damage onto the Celesteela, which is basically nothing.
That was probably like 6 or 7 HP.
Yeah, right. Ooh, and it is going to be offensive Celesteela, it looks like.
Is that a Safari Ball?
Ooh, nice. Safari Ball Celesteela, that's sick. I love this rocket ship, man. It's so sick.
I like to think of it as celery sticks.
Celery sticks Celesteela?
Yep. Shadow Ball does come out from the Spectre. Targeting down the Incineroar. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Probably about 15%. Rockfall does come out from the Celesteela, also targeting down the Incineroar. Brings it down to 3%, which is Sandstorm chip range.
Unless it has a Recovery Berry, which it doesn't, it turns out. But it, again, like just crucially missing out on a KO and having to take a parting shot. And also not getting a Beast Boost is suboptimal, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that parting shot is going to send that Incineroar out with 3 HP, and it is going to bring the Urshifu in, as we do see a Rockfall coming from the Regirock that's Dynamaxed, and even through Burn, that does just about 50% to the Spectre. That's pretty impressive damage.
Yeah, that's not bad damage at all. I'm kind of surprised to see the Urshifu come out because the Sandstorm was set up and it has now lost its stash. It will just go down to, I'd say, even a -1 Air Slash. Oh, I see where the Urshifu came out.
We're going to see some information here, Roller Coaster. It is going to be an Aqua Jet coming from Turtle Mania's very own Urshifu into the Regirock, rocking that weakness policy so that it is now essentially at neutral attack stat. And the Spectre does just target down that Urshifu with a Will-O-Wisp, and it is going to be an Airstream targeting down the Urshifu as well from the Celesteela. Gonna clear it off the field, gonna give it and the Spectre a speed boost and a beast boost from the Celesteela as well. So let's see exclamation point boost in the chat for the beast boost.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't love a good beast boost? We saw the Rockfall do half last time. It's at +2. Oh no, it went into Celesteela. That's not going to do a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so even with that weakness policy, Rock still doesn't do a whole lot of damage into that Celesteela.
Yeah, I think it's good that Turtle Mania was able to get the weakness policy off on the Regirock because it was probably doing unspectacular damage. But I think with Incineroar as low as it is, Urshifu gone, and it looks like they didn't bring Moltres or Tapu Koko this time, I don't see a lot that is slowing down the Celesteela. Like, it's going to be able to get another KO onto that Incineroar. It's going to be able to get another Beast Boost. Regirock is still burned, which is obviously bad, and I just don't see a fast way through the Celesteela right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can, Incineroar can't really do anything. You might as well just go for a parting shot this turn. You could try to get off a Flare Blitz, but you're probably not going to. And I'd say that Spectre is probably just going to chip the Regirock, which it is.
Yeah, so it is going to be a Shadow Ball coming from that Spectre, bringing the Regirock down to about half health, and then it is a Celesteela max Steel Spike targeting down actually what is the Incineroar, so that's good. Probably trying to protect itself from getting attacked by a Flare Blitz. So go ahead and exclamation point boost in the chat once again. Another beast boost.
Yeah, these beast boosts keep coming. Spectre is even able to survive the rock slide. Oh, is it able to survive the sand chip? Yep. So I think the Zordor put it pretty perfectly. Cause this is tough because Rilla gets yeeted, but Ensign does nothing. So yeah, Rillaboom's gonna be able to come back in. It could also have fake out. I double protect just in case to make sure to like stall the turn because you don't want to get like cripped by the rock slide and take way too much unnecessary damage. Then the next turn you just go for like either an air slash into the Rillaboom or a flash cannon to the Regirock or like a shadow ball into the Regirock and a air slash into the Rillaboom. Like I think that Scarlet's kind of got this one in the bag right now.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. And it looks like Turtle Mania went ahead and picked their moves. It is going to be a Grassy Glide coming from the Rillaboom. Going to go ahead and knock out that Spectrier, so that is out of the way. It should be the Celesteela moving next, and it is. And it's going to be an Air Slash miss, actually, followed by a Rock Slide coming from the Regirock. Still not doing a whole lot of damage, even though it's no longer Dynamax.
Yeah, that air slash miss is pretty bad. Like, obviously, you don't want that to happen, but even though I still don't think that Scarlet's in that bad of a position because Rillaboom should just have no way of hitting this Celesteela. Like, maybe it has something like knockoff, but that's not going to do too much damage. It'd be interesting to see if Neoligo just drops to a Grassy Glide here. But yeah, the miss is bad, but I still think Scarlet's fine.
I'm interested to see a Sludge Wave from the Snehilego. If that's something, I think it could just go ahead and end this game. Yeah, I think that would be the end of the game just from that, potentially.
Oh my god. Okay, hold up. I need to write that down in case that's not what Scarlet's running. That's actually a really sick idea. Sludge Wave, Neoligo, and Celesteela.
Oh, and we are just going to see a Protect here for the first turn. The Nihilego comes back in. Grassy Glide does come out, targeting down that Nihilego, going into the Protect. Most likely, yes, and it is going to be an Air Slash going into the Rillaboom. That might give away the information that it's Assault Vest going forward into Game 3 here. And it is going to be a Rock Slide coming from the Regirock, going into the Protect for the Nihilego, and still doing some more chip damage into the Celesteela.
Yeah, so that Air Slash miss even more crucial than initially thought. I don't really know my offensive Celesteela calcs that well, so potentially that's in range of a flash cannon. If it is, I'd definitely just go for the flash cannon. The sandstorm's over. Scarlet can switch into whatever their fourth is. You could do it and pair it with Weakness Policy, Poison, Weakmon. Oh my god, Zordor, thank you for these team suggestions.
We're actually going to see Nihilego switch out this time, and it is going to be Grimmsnarl coming back in. Rillaboom does just go for the Grassy Glide here, and it does pretty close to 50%. Celesteela actually does just opt for the Flamethrower, and that is going to be enough to knock it out. And we're going to see another, wait for it, Beast Boost.
Beast Boost.
Beast Boost.
And Regirock goes for another Rock Slide. If it crits, it may be able to get the KO onto the Celesteela, which did it? Yep. Wow. Jesus Christ.
It did. Way to talk that one into existence there, Roller Coaster.
Sorry, Scarlet. Which actually kind of makes this a little scary, to be honest. Like, Regirock may be able to bring this back. Like, I control the crits, yes. Like, Regirock actually may be able to bring this back. Like, I don't think it's in range of a Sludge Bomb. Meteor Beam will do a lot of damage, but it has the chance to miss, and I don't think it can. I think Regirock can take 2 Spirit Breaks. So this endgame's actually a lot closer than like you initially thought, or than I initially thought it would be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just going to be another Protect coming from this Nihilego. So not giving up too much information is Scarlet's skill. Reflect's going to come out from that Grimmsnarl. So this Rock Slide is going to do a lot less damage, barring it lands.
The Reflect's nice to like get the defense boost, but I think that Neoligo is still always going to be in range of a Stomping Tantrum just because of how poor the physical defense is. The bad thing is that like Regirock's getting recovered. Oh wait, no, it's not getting recovered because the burn cancels out.
It's like neutralizing everything.
Yeah. I'd say that like if Neoligo misses a Meteor Beam, Oh, it goes for the power gem, which is safer, but I don't. Okay, no, that should be in range of a spear break. Everything's fine. I was panicking for no reason.
Everything's fine, guys.
everyone, stay calm. It's fine.
Calm down.
Yeah. So it's good that Scarlet's had the 100% accurate power gem to get the KO, and not having to risk missing the meteor beam. That in game was definitely scary for sure. Turtlemania did a really good job of kind of like being like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going for rock slides. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep chipping things. If I get a crit, I'm in a decent position. They managed to like actually, from like a pretty like obviously like the most disastrous turn one you could have had. They managed to work themselves into a spot where they almost won.
Yeah, I think going forward, if you do pick that lead, I don't mind seeing like a max rockfall there turn one, just in case that does happen, because max rockfall into a Nihilego is still going to do tons of damage.
Yeah, again, like the physical bulk is just really, really bad. I'd say like the issue with that is like Celesteela probably takes rockfall pretty well considering how bulky it is, and oh dang, what was the other thing I was gonna say? But I mean, obviously, like getting damage onto a Celesteela is better than just getting absolutely nothing on the max turn. Something that could even be better than that is just going for a stomping tantrum. Like you don't even have to max.
Well, one thing I will add to that though, Roller Coaster, is once it sets up the sand for itself, it's getting that extra bulk because it is a rock type.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Eeks ally switch emote, that's amazing. Yeah, it still gets a special defense boost with the max rockfall because the sandstorm goes up and that just boosts all rock type special defense. So yeah, I mean, like you're probably getting roughly the same thing. Mm-hmm. If the Nihilego stays in, like, because the idea is get a special defense boost, KO the Nihilego.
Right, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be the same leads from Scarlet Skills. I think it's a solid choice. It gives you plenty of options to like reposition. Ooh, Coco comes out this time. I'm excited to see what this Coco can do. I love Coco. I think it's fun.
I do too. I wonder if we're gonna see a double into the Nihilego. So like just covering that option of switching out and going into the Celesteela.
Yeah, this makes things like a kind of a lot scarier because like you could switch into Celesteela, but Celesteela doesn't want to take anything like a Volt Switch. And you could even be even safer, just go for Volt Switch Max Rockfall. Ooh, yeah, Garchomp coming in this time though. That takes a Volt Switch.
And Regirock does actually just go for the Protect this time, just scoping things out, and it's going to be a Will-O-Wisp coming from the Spectral into the Regirock. So not doing anything because of the Protect. Taunt does come out from the Tapu Koko. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty. Wait, is Turtlemania the one that mentioned that Regirock gets Ice Punch? Because this could be really bad for Scarlet if it is. Oh, you used Telepathy Koko? That's sick. So. Yeah, the taunt is really good. You get rid of the Will-O-Wisp. Garchomp is super strong. I'd say that like Garchomp, even with an Electric Seed defense boost on a Coco, can probably still get the KO with a Max Quake.
Yeah, so we do see the Dynamax here from the Garchomp on Scarlet Skills side of the field.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else happens. It looks like the Regirock is also choosing to max this turn. And yeah, really trying to remember if Turtlemania was the one that mentioned that Regirock gets Ice Punch earlier.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do remember seeing that mentioned. I just don't remember who it was that said it as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Zordo, you're the one that mentioned it. Okay, well, if you have Ice Punch, now would be a really great time to use it. Let's see. Shadow Ball comes out to the Regirock, gets a solid amount of chip damage off. Max Quake comes off. I don't know if this KOs Regirock into the Tapu Koko, which does really, really solid damage through Protect.
Oh, man, Roller Coaster, we're about to see it.
And we're about to see it? Oh, God, Garchomp, no, Garchomp, please.
Oh, man.
Oh, Life Orb
It is
Garchomp
Life
too,
Orb
so that
too.
thing's gonna be doing. Yep, there's a Max Hailstorm. Without the stab and with Dynamax, I think Garchomp has a chance to survive. Oh God, but that's too much
That's crazy.
damage.
That's pretty impressive still. I mean, that's not stab, and it's base power. What is the Dynamax version of it? Like 120 probably?
I think it goes up to 130 for Ice Punch. Maybe it's 120. And Regirock has like a base 100 attack stat, but yeah, Garchomp is way too low to like take any attack. If Coco has Dazzling Gleam, which isn't likely, it probably can't make it.
So it is going to be a max guard from the Regirock. Shadow Ball goes into that from the Spectre. Dazzling Gleam does come out from the Tapu Koko, and it is not going to be enough to take out the Garchomp, who chooses to max Quake into the max guarded Regirock. But good for Turtle Mania here. That max hail is up still, and this Garchomp is going to go down because of it.
Goodbye,
So-
Garchomp.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
love you forever.
Great play there from Turtle Mania.
Everyone pour one out for your homie Garchomp.
You love to see it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive there.
Jesus,
Great.
Garchomp. Poor Garchomp. He never knew what was coming his way.
No.
Yeah, now things are really scary because again, like Volt Switch and Rockfall into the Neoligo seems like pretty solid. The Protect and Taunt, it was a really, really great turn one for Turtle Mania. Garchomp went out fighting, yeah.
Shadow Ball does come out from the Spectre
nice
into the
run.
Regirock once again. It does not do crazy damage, but it does bring it down to about 50% health, and it is going to be an Electro Web from the Tapu Koko this time around, targeting both of Scarlet Skill's Pokemon, and that's going to slow their speed down a little bit while also doing a little bit of chip damage as well.
Yeah, Neoligo needs to get off the biggest Meteor Beam crit of its entire life right now.
That was pretty big
Man,
damage.
that was close though.
Yeah, that was very close.
Yeah, Rockball coming out into the Spectre, getting into the KO. This last mon from Scarlet is going to have to be able to do a lot. I mean, like, if it's Celesteela, I don't know. Well, okay, so we've seen Taunt, Dazzling Gleam, Electro Web, and Protect from Coco. So actually, Celesteela doesn't look that bad now. It can definitely take an Electro Web. It's not going to feel great, but it can do it. I will another crit into existence. You can't stop me, Adam. I'm in control of everything. Yeah, but the Sandstorm defense is just too much. Celesteela should be able to survive actually, like, Scarlet could get a double Beast Boost this turn because I think Celesteela survives the Electro Web just fine. Flash Cannon the Regirock, Sludge Bomb the Coco, and you get, like, a double knockout.
Yeah, so Regirock does just Protect this time around. Once again, Electro Web does come out from the Tapu Koko for a second turn in a row, and that does about 25% to the Celesteela, a little bit of chip into the Neolego. And it also slows them down a little bit as well. Let's see what this Nihilego does. It's going to Power Gem into the Tapu Koko, and that is going to be enough to get the Beast Boost.
Yeah. So I'm going to just assume that Turtle Mania brought the Urshifu in the back. Luckily for Scarlet, the sand will break the sash on the Urshifu, but unfortunately, with Neoligo at -2, Surging Strikes is just unstoppable into that slot. You can't protect it. It's really stupid. And Celesteela, and it's going to be up to Celesteela to try to like swing the entirety of this game back.
Yeah, so both of Scarlet Skill's Pokemon being at -2, or at least Nihilego is, and Celesteela at -1, means that the Urshifu is going to go first, and it's going to Surging Strike
Celesteela, though.
into the Celesteela. It brings it down to the red, but does not quite get the knockout. Sludge Bomb comes from the Nihilego into the Urshifu, brings it down to its Focus Sash.
Ooh,
And it gets the poison as well. Not that that really makes much of a difference. Stomping Tantrum from Regirock comes out into the Nihilego, and it is going to be enough to get the knockout. So this Celesteela is the only thing left there for Scarlet Skill, I do believe.
Yeah. Oh, dang, they doubled the Urshifu. Also, -1 Celesteela is slower than Regirock. That's insane to me. Getting a Beast Boost this turn, I think that was... Okay, no, dang, I'm trying to think.
Well, this Rillaboom does have Fake Out. It was not shown yet, I don't believe. If it was, it was in Game 1. It was not shown in Game 2 because all they clicked was Grassy Glide. So that's something we may be seeing here.
I think, dang, I think that was actually like a misplay from like both players' ends, like surging strikes into the Neoligo so that you don't take the Sludge Bomb onto the Urshifu, and you flash canning the Regirock to like get the KO. Like, because the Rillaboom can't 1v1 the Celesteela or the Neoligo, to be honest. Ice Punch coming out. Celesteel's was too low from the surging strikes, and Turtle Mania is able to take the game.
Yeah, I would actually agree there, Roller Coaster, that it may have been a misplay from both players, but I do think that it worked out a lot better in Turtle Mania's favor, as that Surging Strike did plenty of damage to that Celesteela in order to give Turtle Mania the proper position to pick up that win and take the set. Yeah,
you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, so like from Scarlet's point of view, they were probably like, I need to get rid of this Urshifu, and if I double it, I'm guaranteed to get rid of it. Like either Sludge Bomb or Air Slash should take it down to Smash, and then I need my other one to just like wall it out. So I think probably what was happening there was like that both players, or like Turtle reading the double into Urshifu, so they were like, okay, I can get enough damage on the Celesteela with a Surging Strikes here, and then Stomping Tantrum always KOs the Neoligo, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to double into my Urshifu this turn, so it could have just been a read, honestly, but I think I get it. But that was a really good set and a very close end game.